Summertime. It's an opportunity for you to embark on different tasks and fun events. I had heard of some exciting kayaking and ways to spend summer vacation and other ideas of how summertime can be very enjoyable even if you're new in a country. One of the things that I really enjoy throughout the year is reading. And one thing that I like about summertime is that there are many summertime opportunities to read. There's something about just sitting under a pleasant tree when it's nice outside with a favorite book and just diving in and shutting out the world. I wanted to share with you a book that is somewhat of that level, but it's something that I highly recommend as a summertime book for another reason. The book that I'm recommending is by Greg Harden. It's called Staying Sane in an Insane World. And if you like sports, and if you like self-help books, this is a fantastic book to read for the summer. And there's several really good reasons. I find self-help books very, very difficult because I tend to read them and then I have to think about them. So it's very hard for me to get through a whole self-help book. And one thing that Greg does fantastically is he breaks down his advice into very small chunks. So you can read something and think about it and feel much better about it. And so once again, I recommend Greg Harden's book as a good way to motivate you to think beyond maybe where you are now and to think about what you can do to improve yourself and improve your outlook. The title of the book, Staying Sane in an Insane World, was what caught my attention when I was walking past the library stand and I saw it in the library, and I brought it home and my husband grabbed it and devoured it. He loves anything that talks about Tom Brady, and he just loves everything about sports, and he also loves self-help books. So I ended up having to buy one for him because I couldn't read it. He was keeping it the whole time, so it was very impossible. So now we have one at home, and the reason why I love buying books is because then you can go ahead and mark it up. And this is, like I said, a very good book. He breaks things down into small chunks, and I wanted to say that sometimes a good way to read a book about self-improvement is to look at the table of contents, and sometimes just to go to the last couple of pages. And like on the last page, number 36, chapter 36, he helpfully says, there's 7 things. If you read this book, there's only 7 things that you have to remember. And I won't read you out loud all the 7 things, but there are 7 things that you have to remember, and he breaks it down, and throughout the book he reinforces it, but he leaves you with that parting thought. And one of those thoughts that really caught me and decided my summer journey this year in 2024 was the thought, become the world's greatest expert on yourself. And I read that earlier in his book, and I was thinking about that, and as I reached that final chapter and was thinking about it some more, I realized I don't really know myself. My children know me. They've been studying me since the day they were born. They know me very well. They read me like a book. They know how to get anything, whether it's money or whatever, they can wheedle it out of me. So my children know me. My spouse knows me. He spent a long time studying me before getting married and has watched me every day and such like, just like I know him and my kids. But do I know myself? That's maybe a much more difficult thing. Do I know myself? Do I know myself? Am I an expert on me? And I have to say, I don't. I don't believe that I'm an expert on myself. And so I've decided this summer that I want to get to know myself. And I'm going to do it through journaling. I'm going to, I like to write, handwrite. I mean, I also do a lot of stuff on computers and such like, but I want to journal, and I want to sort of ask myself a couple of key questions throughout the summer on what I need to do, what I need to know about myself. And these key questions, I want to ask them repeatedly at different times during the summer to see how I feel and to see how my, if something had changed or if my impression had changed. And some of these questions are pretty obvious, like, am I happy right now, right this moment? Or, you know, did I fill my day with things that I felt important? And what were those things? What were the things that motivate me? It's very important, because if you know what motivates you, you can find ways to get yourself to do things, to, you know, as Greg says, to be able to continue to give 100% at everything you do all the time. And you need that motivation to push yourself. And also, what are the things that deflate me, that demotivate me, that steal my energy, that take away from the things that I want to do and divert me from what I should be doing? So I plan to journal these things carefully over the summer, so that maybe by September, I can maybe feel that I've become maybe a bit more an expert on myself. And I challenge you to, first of all, definitely find a book like this. This is an excellent book, easy to read, and if you love sports, he has lots of sports figures in it, and gives excellent advice. And then also to consider maybe, you know, looking at yourself and doing a journey of self-exploration. I would recommend that. Thank you.